let's see, we got getting that in. This is for the basement slab. And this is pretty much all we're gonna be doing for the basement. It's not a lot of stuff that we're gonna be doing for the basement. These guys, hopefully I can get this right here. We get this inspected. It's got a couple different things going on here. They're getting it in. They make sure they got fall. We got enough gravel over there to kind of cover it back up. One thing that I'm having to figure out, guys, is that so I got to get two things out here right now. One is going to be, well, I need to get some rebar up there. Just got to figure out. So at the top level, we can kind of see this right here, guys. I got to get rebar here. So you guys kind of see what we got. So this is the main level garage right here. So we're gonna, you can come in off of this road, come on in, and you can pull in to the main level garage, okay? What I typically do, I take these rebars at 2 feet on center. We're gonna bend these bad boys over this way. They're gonna bend them over this way. We're gonna run the other ones into the wall over here. So we're gonna bend these rebars over right here, bend these over right here, and we're gonna have rebars in cross section. So they every 2 feet, we're gonna have rebars going cross section, then going this way. Kind of give us a little bit more stability, or give a little bit more strength for the slab concrete, because we, like I said, guys, we'll be running a couple of cars up here, and, especially at the main level, you want to do everything you can do to keep the main level garage from cracking. Now, if they did that epoxy finish on the floor, you won't see cracks as much. I mean, it'll be a whole lot better, but in this case, you definitely don't want to, you're going to get cracks on concrete, guys. There's no way you can stop concrete cracks, but I don't really want none on the main level. I'm gonna try as much as possible not to get any on the main level. We may get some in the basement. So I got to get some rebar out here. And the next thing I'm gonna get out here is, so these guys getting their stuff out the way. And we put this this is where the pump would go in the event that they finish out the basement. I don't finish basements, typically. I usually don't like to finish basements on the front end if you're using a bank. But we're putting this right here in a closet. So we got 2 closets over here. We put this in a closet so it won't be seen in the regular area, okay? So if they ever finish the basement out, they got that pump here to pump this up here. So that's what you got here. We got just a little bit more gravel. I'm gonna take a little bit of that gravel and put it over there for this little driveway here. And then we got enough to finish. Come bring that gravel back over here and spread it out. So I gotta get that rebar here, and I gotta get some water over here, man. I don't know what I was thinking about. I need some water. Yeah, we gotta get some water up here. Gotta get some water over on this site. And probably the end of this week, we'll be ready for the backfill. And hopefully what we'll be doing is the following week, we may be framing. It's just kind of, at this point, you kind of play it, one year at, one step at a time, guys. Just got my brick ledge right there. This right here turned out to be, this is gonna be a nice looking house, man. I tell you what, it's gonna look like a king up here. It's gonna look really big when we get everything going. So we got our drain tiles in. This is taking, what you want to see, and guys, what you want to pay attention to while it rains. Once we get all this right here backfill up here, what you want to pay attention to is, when it rains afterward, you want to make sure water's coming out of this thing right here. So, I saw a snake. God dog it. We'll use this right here for backfill. You want to make sure water's coming out of this thing right here. It's always good to have this little fabric on this right here too as well. Keep rocks and stuff from getting in there. So this is what we got, guys. So, oh Oh man, guys, it gets really, really hot out here, guys. You guys gotta make sure you stay hydrated around here, man, because it's probably easy to get yourself in a bind. So plumbers out here, man, they knocking everything out the way. It's always good to have these guys. So also, guys, I gotta figure this rebar out. So it's gonna take me 7 sticks of rebar going in different directions. The length on one side is 27 feet. The length of the other side is 25 feet. There needs to be a 2 feet overlap. So what I need to do is I need to add, I need to multiply that 7 by 2 feet because there's gonna be a 2 feet overlap. So this is the length of rebar we're gonna need. If I multiply that out, I think I actually added a little bit more to it, but I get 329 for this guy, 273 for that guy, which is about 602. It's about 602 feet of rebar I'm gonna need, guys. And I'm gonna take that and divide it by 20 because they come in 20 feet sticks. It's gonna give us about 30 pieces. Then I also came here and I figured out how many yards. I took the area, and guys, you can do this from the plans, but I like to come out here and do it, by hand on the site out here. It's always better to make sure you got it right. And I did about 5 inches of concrete instead of 4 inches. It's about 5 inches. They give us about 50 yards that we're gonna pour. And then I need, what else I need? I think I need one more thing over here. Yeah, I gotta have some poly. So you gotta have 6 mil poly. They're gonna go with 6 mil poly out here instead of 10. The code, they switched over to, these guys over here switched over to the 2021 code cycle, International Residential Code, which calls for, 10 mil poly, guys. That's like the commercial poly. I called a building official just to verify. And based on where we at, we get a lot of drainage, good drainage up here. We don't have a lot of moisture wicking through the ground, based on the way it look up here. Water's really getting, really the purpose of the 10 mil is because a lot of these contractors, when they're actually out here working, they rip it. So they make thicker plastic to hold that moisture in the ground. So I just, so I verified that they'll be okay with 6 mil before I order it. And so you want to get the square footage that you got out here. Each one of those boxes come about, we need about 2 of those. They come about 20 by 100 feet. So that's what we got. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and get that stuff ordered, get it on over here, go see about my water. I gotta get some water to this lot, and then we'll go from there. Man.